There's no right or wrong way when doing crime, because sometimes it just happens. The best crimes are planned, others not so much. So after all, you might as well go full out. Go steal that car, sell that dope. Whatever gets you by, go for it. You live and you learn, right? It's Crim Code. Ah, the college life. Nothing but the smell of overpriced education and your good friend crime. So what makes college students go the extra mile and turn to crime? Well, my crims in the making, it's anomie. And let's see what life choices brought these people to start their own lives of crime.
I am an undergrad student at Penn State, and I am on my second year at UPark.
We were students at UCLA.
Freshman year was where it all began.
I go to Penn State School and this is my first year.
I went to college for a day. Does that count?
I go to Penn State UPark, but most of my energy goes to my singing career.
What anomie is, but our viewers don't. Care to explain?
Anomie.
Anomie is...
Anomie is...
Anomie.
I hate anime. Do you want to explain?
Sure, anomie is when a society has an inconsistency between societal conditions and individual opportunities for growth and achievement. It is also the reason why we are sitting here in orange.
People want stuff and they can't get it, but then that's life.
It's a strain. You can live without it, but everyone wants that new phone, that new car, and you feel like a bitch when you can't. You'd be lying if you said that you didn't want the newest phone or the newest car. But people go out there and buy things that they know they can't afford.
You can say it's why I work so much. I need money to buy the car that I want, which is very expensive.
The most important part of anomie is what a person does to obtain these goals. Do they commit crime or not? Crim Code. West Side, do it for NJ.
Anomie makes people do crazy things, but nothing is ever too crazy in the life of a criminal. Is there any boundaries to the strain people feel that makes them partake in illegal crime or behavior, or are they just too lazy?
Let's be real for a sec. College is literally where you see anomie every day. I dislike working at the coffee shop, but I want to go on my fraternity trip to Bora Bora. So I go through the motions. It's my ritual. Go to work, complain, but on payday, I'm excited.
We actually met in our first year of college at UCLA. It was horrible for both of us. Tuition and housing was tough to pay.
I took a trip down to Mexico during the winter break, and a friend of my cousin was looking for a setup in the States for a marijuana operation. $50K a week this guy was making. He had several farms and sold the plant by the ton. I called this guy right here with the proposal, and at first he was against it. But after a day he called me back, and that's where it all started.
I guess you can say that we can be called innovators in anime.
I didn't get a lot of money from financial aid, so I did what any normal person would do. I got a job here at McDonald's, and I babysit my nephews on the weekend. I'm usually exhausted after work in school, but I gotta do what I gotta do. See, I'm a conformist, and I'm not ashamed about it. Keeps me out of trouble.
Going to college sucked. I went for one day and never went back. I'm the retreatist. My job is getting high from 9 to 5. Overtime I get drunk. On the side I make fake IDs, driver's license, green cards, birth certificates, just about anything. This is better than life, really.
I can't stand college. It's boring. I'm planning on dropping out. I no longer believe in it, or why should I? I can get old men and get them to pay me $5,000 just being with them. So who's really the smart one here? Just call me a rebel and I'm on my way.
I used to make fake cocaine out of sugar and water. I made so much money selling this stuff to freshmen at schools. A cop tried to bust me, but I didn't get any real drugs put on me. I left the police station with sugar powder and $1,000. I got away with it.
Lucky us, 6 people in 5 different modes. Each one makes them different under social conditions, and that's why their cultural goals are so different, and their ways of instituting the means as well. The conformist is a person with both positive cultural goals and possible means to achieve those goals. It's why our schoolboy works till he's tired, and he'd rather be a good Samaritan, which is boring. These two, however, are interesting. Can't afford college, so might as well start producing and selling dope by the ton, setting up an illegal operation in the States, and selling it to college students, which would make them money real fast. This thing is inventive, and our innovators have positive goals, but their operation is definitely a negative way of getting it. Maybe it's the reason why they are wearing orange. The whiner out of all can irritate a person real fast. She works at a job she hates, but she stays to get paid. Sounds like the normal person, huh? A ritualist has negative goals, but at least their ways of reaching those goals are positive. She'd work, but she'd grind through the day. This fool doesn't care at all. He discovers the purpose of a life at the bottom of a liquor bottle and makes his money committing fraud. The retreatist has both negative goals and negative ways of reaching those goals. 9 times out of 10, they turn to drugs and alcohol, and crime more than any mode. Lastly, a little rebel here had discovered an easy way to get the life of luxury by adopting sugar daddies. Not illegal, but questionable. A rebel comes up with their own definition of goals despite society. In the world of college students, she definitely has her own way to live.